What's up, Space Monkeys? Welcome to Political Fight Club. I'm your host, Robert Durden, and right now I'm talking about Joe Biden not canceling any of the student debt. So, there's been some misinformation going around, and that's why I'm doing the video, is to clear that up. Now, I want to make sure that you understand why exactly certain narratives are coming out. The narrative that's out there right now that is false is that Biden can forgive up to $50,000 of student loan debt legally. You're seeing the squad. I think Pramila Jayapal just tweeted that. And you've seen people like Elizabeth Warren and Ayanna Pressley, who Ayanna Pressley is faux squad. She's very much centrist, but still gets labeled as a, she was a Justice Democrat, so she's one of the worst of the squad, which isn't saying much nowadays. They're all pretty bad. But the $50,000 is all that Biden can forgive argument. It came out when it looked like Joe Biden was going to be the president, and it was pressed by Warren and Ayanna Pressley and some advocacy groups back in like January, or he was already nominated, or sorry, he had already won the presidency, and they said that he should forgive the student loan debt because it'll help the economy and it'll, unleash a whole bunch of these millennials that are shackled with this payment every month, that they will otherwise now have a whole bunch of extra spending money that'll go directly into the economy. And they simply can't do it nowadays because they have a $200, $300, $400, $500 a month student loan payment that they won't have anymore. But this is a bogus argument. It came out of an event where Elizabeth Warren and Chuck Schumer unveiled this $50,000 plan back in last September. And I'm going to read you from Common Dreams. These comments about $50,000 came at an event to reintroduce a visionary, quote-unquote, plan that Warren and Chuck Schumer unveiled last September, anticipating a possible Biden presidency. They have repeatedly pointed out that Congress has given the Secretary of Education authority to cancel student debt under Section 432A of the Higher Education Act of 1965. Now, you notice that last part right there? It says you can cancel student debt under this law, Section 432A of the Higher Education Act of 1965. So why is it that they're now saying, and ever since this event, are saying that you can forgive up to $50,000 and no more? What's the legal precedent for it? What's the law that states it? I'm going to tell you what the law is. It doesn't exist. It's fake. They made it up. These motherfuckers who are taking corporate money, Democrats, mind you, they met behind closed doors, and they knew they had to seem somewhat progressive on the forgiving student loan debt issue because it's such an easy thing to get done. It can be done via executive order, and it would help so many people at the drop of a hat. They couldn't possibly, sandbag on it because the optics of not doing it are atrocious. So they have to give the idea, or they have to, do the tap dance that makes it look like they're trying to push student loan debt. But they just made up the $50,000 because they don't want to forgive all student loan debt because they're corrupt. They don't want to. There are people that lobby that are part of these predatory student loan companies and even normal non-predatory student loan companies that lobby so that this does not get forgiven. So, of course, they're in the pockets of every industry. Elizabeth Warren never really wanted to forgive $50,000. She, again, aims for the middle and gets Joe Biden elected, and now he's saying he might do $10,000, but his administration has backed off of that entirely. 2 weeks ago, they said they're probably not even going to push for $10,000. So, if anybody tells you that they can forgive up to $50,000 and no more, ask them to cite the legal precedent or the law that states that that's true. It's fake. There's nothing anywhere that says that we have to stop at $50,000. He, in fact, as it states right here, or the Secretary of Education can cancel all student loan debt, and they answer to Joe Biden. Joe Biden can just tell him, go do it. Or there's nothing more to it than that. Section 432A, Higher Education Act of 1965, he can cancel all student loan debt. Don't let anyone gaslight and tell you differently. $50,000 maximum? Bullshit. So he can absolutely forgive all student loan debt. Don't let anyone gaslight you. These people are insufferable. It's so weird that they will arbitrarily like pick a number. It's like they were sitting in a room and they're like, so what kind of number do you think we should make up to feed the public that will not get us guillotined? 100,000? No. The lobbyists will never allow us to go 100,000. 70,000? No. We got to go lower than that. Well, we can help, maybe half of the people in student loan debt by doing 50,000. Yeah, you know what? Joe Biden will never go for it. It's still pretty high, but let's aim for 50,000, and then we can expect Joe that he'll probably come back with something like 10 or 5,000. And that's how the negotiations went. They just decided arbitrarily that they're going to go with 50,000, and they're all going to stick with that number, but it has no basis in legal precedence at all. It doesn't. So just know that for a fact. He could, in fact, just in this fell swoop of his pen, just forgive all student loan debt across the board, period. But he's not going to. And it would be something worth pressing him on if he showed any interest in it. He's kind of dumb, so it would have to be framed in such a way where it's like, oh, we're going to stimulate the economy with this. Because if you go at it framing it like, oh, we're going to help a lot of people with this, he's going to go out and fuck those people. I don't care about them. Make them pay back their debt. I don't care about these peons. Let them die in the streets. Let them die in, the shackles put on them by getting an education. I don't give a fuck. You have to actually frame it in a way where a corporatist like Joe Biden can understand that it's beneficial for him and for the party. But I don't think anybody's making that case to him. And that includes Bernie, that includes the squad, that includes everybody. I don't think anybody's making that case to him. So we're stuck with Biden. It looks like student debt is not going to get canceled. And if it does get canceled, it'll be like, $900 a person, and we'll give you a free couple of coupons to King Soopers or something if you have student loan debt. So keep fighting the good fight out there, guys. I have at least one more episode. And then I got a special episode for you guys later on tonight that I'm going to be doing for you, specifically for you guys in the Political Fight Club, for the people in my group. So keep fighting the good fight. I'll see you later.